Hello, everyone. I would like to start with a funny story. I remember my first client, a big Chinese company, reached out to me through WeChat, and they told me, "Hi, Ron, we would like to come to Israel for a business trip. Please find attached the business itinerary, and we would like you to give us a quotation for all the tour services." I was super excited, my first client. I gave them a quotation, good price, we negotiated, and we finally closed. 2 days before they arrived, they told me, "Listen, Ron, the chairman would like to go to somewhere tropical, like Thailand. We would like to go to the Dead Sea." I was thinking to myself, the Dead Sea, if you put in the same equation, tropical and Thailand, it doesn't add up to Dead Sea. But of course, I wanted to please them, so I said, yes, of course, Dead Sea, tropical, Thailand. When they finished their meeting and they were heading to Dead Sea, they came to the hotel. We closed them, they went to the beach. The chairman pulled their pants, went inside the water, and then I get a phone call from the PA that tells me, "Listen, Ron, Dead Sea is not tropical and it's not Thailand. You should have known that." So from that point on, we understood that to master the art of hosting Chinese businessmen or Chinese delegation, you need to drill down to the small details. And in order to do so, you need to ask a lot of questions to transform the small details to answers that will help you to give the right and the specific hosting services for the businessman that comes to Israel. But why do we do it? Why do we pay attention to the small details? Why, unlike the Israel businessman that goes abroad, that wants back-to-back meetings and eat lunch boxes on the way, why it is important for the Chinese businessman that we will drill down and know the art of the small details? It's because, unlike us, for the Chinese businessman coming here for any business purpose, the hosting service is something that needs to be completed along with the deal. And if you master the small details, you prevent mistakes, and most of that, you know how to give the exact service. Another thing that is very important is to master the unpredictable. Even though I was promised to have a seat next to God, I can't control everything. So how do we do it? How do we master the unpredictable? How do we know what will happen that will not satisfy the client? I can't know if there will be a traffic jam. I can't know if the room in the hotel will be good. I don't know if the translator in the business meeting will give good services. And I don't know if my tour guide woke up in the morning and he was tired and he didn't explain very well about Jerusalem or Dead Sea. It's up to you when you ask the small details and you drill down to any kind of small question. It's up to you to know in advance what could happen and why it will happen. Because for the Chinese businessman coming from so far to Israel and then to feel bad about something you did can go down until the business purpose he came and eventually ruin the deal. So we need to combine, we need joint efforts between the hosting services and between the business purpose, and knowing that something can go wrong along the way, but it's up to us to prevent it from the beginning. And along the way, to be honest with the client and tell him, "I know something went wrong. I know you're not pleased. Let me do this. Let me correct that. Let me give you an alternative offer. What can I do for you? Would you like me to cancel anything in the future?" We need to know what is going on in the business meeting. We need to understand how did he feel when he drove in the car. We need to know how the driver drove along the way and what did he spoke with them. We need to know every small detail, because when we give the specific hosting services and we put it along with the business purpose, we can assure that something will go very good with their business reason. I think this picture captured the essence of hosting Chinese businessmen. The left foot and the right foot needs to go in parallel. You can't always serve only one purpose. The business meetings or the business purpose needs to go along with the hosting services. And you need to do it perfectly and simultaneously. I always say to my clients, if you can't assign a person that will ask the question, if you can't assign a person that will be dedicated to the time of the delegation is here in Israel, from all aspects, if you can't hire a company that will do it for you, make sure that if you do it by yourself, you don't embarrass yourself through the client. Remember, we as an Israelis, we like things to be rushed. Everything can be okay. Everything can be done in the last minute because we are used to that. But when we host someone from abroad, we want to give him the respect and the respect that he deserves by hosting him properly. So remember, when you wear the pants before someone comes to you, a Chinese businessman or Chinese delegation, be sure that your right leg and your left leg goes parallel. Thank you very much.